Hello and welcome to Web Retailer. Today I'm going to be walking you through 4 Amazon keyword research tools. Now, to be included in this video, the tools must have a keyword driven search feature. What I mean by this is you must be able to enter your seed keyword and generate a list of keyword suggestions. These suggestions must be accompanied by scores for volume and competition, and they may also include other data such as estimated CPC bids for your Amazon PPC campaigns. If you'd like to find out more about any of the tools included in this video, you can in the full article over at webretailer.com. So, the 4 tools that I will be reviewing in this video are DataHawk, AMZ Data Studio, Scope and Helium 10, more specifically their Magnet and Cerebro tools. Okay, so let's kick this software walkthrough off and we're going to start with DataHawk. So to get going on DataHawk you need to create a new project. So enter your project name, you can enter a description here and choose your marketplace. I'm going to choose Amazon US. Now I've already got some, so I'm just going to close that, but if I created a new project it would show up here. So let's go on this one. Okay, so you want to select the keywords tab, and to get any data at all you need to add a new keyword to track. So I'll enter my keyword golf balls in here, doesn't need to be caps, and press save. So I've already put it in, so when you've saved it, they will show here. Now, what I want to do is generate some keywords, but I'm not going to click here. I'm going to click on the term. Now, the reason I've done that is because if I click on the term, I'll get 2 types of keywords. I'll get some suggested keywords, which all include my seed keywords. So you can see my seed keyword here was golf balls. So I've got golf balls yellow, golf balls recycled, golf balls Callaway. Now, if I want data on any of these suggested keywords, I can just click track it. So let's see, which do I want it on? Let's go for golf balls coloured, so I'll just click track it. Now I can also combine my own, so if I click on golf, here I can just select them. So for instance, if my golf balls were Callaway, I could just select Callaway ball and they're white. So Callaway golf balls white, and I can move these around to select my order that I want them in, and then if I want to keep that I can click track it. Now, if I track it from here or I track one of these suggested keywords, it goes to the same place. So let's go and have a look at coloured golf balls. So we go back to the keyword tab here and you can see that coloured golf balls is just processing. Now, what we will get for each term, and I can show you here because I've added these terms earlier on, is we get this competition score. Now, this will give you a nice little quote on exactly how the land lies. So you can see here that refurbished golf balls is a golden niche and it's one that we should go for. Whereas if we look at golf balls, we're being told, do you have deep pockets, which is obviously funny, but it's telling you that you're going to have to spend a lot to get going, and realistically you're not going to make it to page 1. So you then have the amount of products that are ranking for that keyword and that appear in the browsable search results on Amazon. You then have the median price of products that are being sold under that keyword, and the median rating and the median reviews. You then have the search volume, which is how many times that phrase has been searched in the last month. Now, in this tool, you can also generate keyword suggestions based on existing products. So if I go back into golf balls, you can see here that I have got the results from Amazon. So if I was to do this search on Amazon.com, this is what my search would look like for golf balls. So I said that I had Callaway, and so I'm going to track this. Now, by tracking this product, I don't actually want to keep an eye on it. I want to generate some keywords. So if I go into products, and you can see here that you basically get the same result. So you can see that one there is just processing. So we're going to go and look at these Callaway ones instead, because you'll get the same data. So again, we've got an opportunity score. We've also got who's selling it as well. So if it's Amazon.com or a third-party seller. We've got the price of that item, the rating, and how many reviews it's got. And also its bestseller rank, which is really helpful. And we can also see an estimate for its monthly sales, but you have to be on a paid plan to see that. So we're not too worried about the information. What we want is to generate some keywords. So if I click it and I go into keyword generator, you will now see that I'm getting some different suggestions for my seed keyword of golf balls based on the terms that my product here is ranking for. So, you know, combined with top ranking products and some related words, I'm now getting some new suggestions. And if I want to either find out more about those, I can click track it like we did with the other keywords, or I can, you know, click track it and then find more related products and find some keywords that way. You can also have the choice again to compose some keywords, and that works in exactly the same way as before. Okay, so the second tool that we're going to look at in this walkthrough is AMZ Data Studio. And we're going to start by looking at their competitors keyword finder, which extracts your competitors keywords. So if we click start your search, now you'll see in this box it says please input an ASIN. Now for any extraction search you're going to need your competitors ASIN. So if we go over to Amazon.com, we need a product page. So you can see here that I've got one open for some Nike golf balls. And I've got an ASIN here, so I'm just going to copy that ASIN and I'm going to go to the competitors keywords finder and paste it in there. Here you can choose which marketplace you want suggestions for, and because my ASIN's on Amazon.com, that's the one I'm going to select from that list. Now here you've got the extract button, so click that, and you see where history is here, your results will display here. Now when you click extract, the results aren't always ready straight away, so you have to just click that refresh button. You'll know that your results are ready when they have done, and you can then click on show results here to see which keywords your competitor is ranking for. So we'll click on that one and we're taken through to the results. Now you can see there are a number of fields here, and we'll go through each one and explain what you've got. So the first column shows the keywords that your competitor is ranking for, and the second column shows where they rank for it. So for instance, golf balls, they rank number 1. For golf balls, they rank in position 14. In the next column, we then have the monthly search volume for each term. So that's essentially how many times customers have searched for that term over the last month. We then have the number for the amount of products that are ranking for that keyword. So you can see that there are 23,636 products currently ranking for the term golf balls. There's then these 3 columns here for average reviews, average rating and average price. Now these relate to the first page of search results for each term. So if we go back to our term again here, golf balls, you can see that of the items that are on page 1, the average number of reviews is 250, the average rating is 4.4, and the average price is a little over $21. Now based on these, AMZ Data Studio come up with an opportunity score. Now the point of the opportunity score is to show you essentially how easy it would be to rank on page 1 for that term. So you can see that for golf balls, 16% is quite low, so it's going to be very difficult. Whereas for golf balls, all one word, this term here, you can see it's 85%, so there's a higher chance that if you were to bid on that for your PPC campaigns, or if you were to put that term in your Amazon listings, that you'd have a very good chance of ranking on the first page for it. So our final 3 columns here have got suggested CPC bids, and now this is really good because it breaks it down by the 3 different types. So you can see in here we have an estimated bid for broad match type, for phrase and for exact. So that's all the information that we're getting on our competitors' keywords. You have the option to search in this bar for particular terms, and you also have the chance to download it as a CSV file and then apply your own filters. So the other really useful tool that AMZ Data Studio has is just a general keyword generator. So if I open this one up, we can see that again you have your choice of marketplace, and I'm going to keep it consistent and go for Amazon.com, and we have the chance to enter our seed keyword. So you type in golf balls and you click generate. Again, it doesn't always come up first time, so you do sometimes have to press refresh and wait, and I have found that the keywords generator does take longer to load up than the competitors keywords finder does. Anyway, it's the same case that when it's done and ready for you to see the results, you'll have the status will be done and you can click show result. So I will click on that. Now, interestingly, you get exactly the same data for the keywords that you generate, but there are some better features, I think, for the keyword generator than the competitor's keyword finder, and I'll just quickly go over what those are. Now, I said with the other search that you only had basically this search bar to look for relevant terms. You can see here that you've got a nice set of filters, so you can either look at words that have got over a certain search volume or under a certain search volume. You've got the filter by the average number of reviews, rating and price that the items on page 1 for that term have, and also the opportunity score, which is nice because by filtering it, to a high number, perhaps 80 to 100, you're looking at the products, the keywords that you're most likely to be able to rank for on page 1. The other nice piece of information that you get here is a price distribution chart, a little pie chart, which should just come up here, and it shows you the price distribution for that keyword. So you can see that for golf balls, these are the products that are between $10 and $19.99. These are the products that are up to $9.99, and these are the products between $40 and $50. So it kind of gives you that breakdown of how much the overall products are going for that keyword. Okay, so the third tool that we're going to look at in this walkthrough is Scope. So we need to go into Scope, click on the Keyword Generator tool and enter our seed keyword. We can then click Get Ideas and we will see our results. So here are the results. Now, you can see that in the first column we've got the keywords that have been generated from our seed keyword and a relevancy score, which is how relevant our new keyword suggestions are to our seed keyword. We then have a scope score here, which is calculated based on sales rank and search volume. So the higher the score, the stronger the keyword, but that also will probably mean that there's stronger competition. In the next column here, we have estimated search volume for each term over the last month. We have an estimated cost per click bid, and we also have the total number of products that are currently ranking for that keyword. Now we have a number of different functions on this page. If you click on the Amazon logo, you can open an Amazon search for that keyword, which is quite nice because you can look at the products that are already ranking for it. Now if we click on the cog, I think this is even cleverer, we can then run another keyword search, but using one of these terms as our seed keyword. So if I go on Callaway golf balls and I click the cog, then I would be running a keyword search with Callaway golf balls as my seed keyword. You also have the option to click on the binoculars and track the words, and that way you can keep your data up to date, you can track how the terms are doing, and I think you can also see some products that are ranking for them. Now, what I really like about Scope is their nifty Chrome extension. Now, this is really, really handy. Now, if we go to Amazon, you see here that you've got the show Scope. Now, you can bring it up on just a search results page, but I want to generate keywords, so I'm going to show you how to do that in this walkthrough. So if we click on these golf balls here, now what is really clever is we can now click on Show Scope, and you can see here that I have got a list of keywords that this product is ranking for organically. So the first column is I can see the position, so I can see that for golf balls it ranks in position 1, I can see that for golf ball it ranks in position 3, and for used golf balls position 1. Again we've got that Again we've got that scope score, so we're seeing how strong a keyword it is. Again we've got that monthly search volume. We've got the average cost per click for that phrase. And we've also got the estimated sales. Now, the estimated sales is quite interesting. It's based on the product's rank within its main category. And what it's basically trying to kind of get across and what it's trying to estimate is how many sales this product that we're looking at, so these Nike golf balls, has had from each of these keywords, which I think is fairly clever. So if we want to do more with these, again, we can track the actual product. We can download these terms in a CSV file, or we can open the web app and we can view them like we viewed the other results, which I will show you here. And it basically just opens it up here, and we've got the keywords, and again we've got exactly the same results. We also look at a chart here, which just shows you how that keyword, how that product has acted for that keyword over time. Okay, so last but not least is helium-10, and more specifically we're going to look first at its magnet tool. So go to the sidebar here and click on magnet. Now you get two fields here. So the first one, enter my seed keyword, and the second one, choose my store, so Amazon.com, and click fetch relevant categories. Now what it's going to do is it's going to ask us here to select a relevant category. Now you have a choice here. You can go for a small selection of subcategories, all of Amazon's main categories, or all departments. So what I'm going to do, just to make them a little bit more finessed, is I'm going to look for a relevant one. So I think sports and outdoors, and I'm going to click on next. Now interestingly, the next step isn't to bring up a whole list of generated keywords. It's to bring up a few phrases that are relevant to your product to make sure that the keywords that are generated are all good quality. So there's some Nike ones here, so I want those, and I want practice golf balls. I haven't got a retriever, they're not personalised, they are new. Also not tees, golf ball. Okay, so that's basically all the ones that I want to select there that are relevant to my product. So then I'm going to click on research. Now it's going to tell me that I've searched this before. So, but to show everyone what it's like, I'm going to start a new search. So let's go and dig a bit deeper and find out. Okay, so now you can see here this little bar here, deploying keyword extractors, and it's just basically putting its wheels in motion to generate some keywords for us. So what I'll do is I will leave it here and I will just wait, and then we'll start the walkthrough again when the page has loaded. Okay, so I'm back with you again now, and that took roughly about 2 minutes to generate, and it's come up with 290 results, so it's not too bad. So up at the top here you've got an overview of your results. You can remove any of the seed keywords that we used by clicking on the X's here. So you can see that our original seed keyword was golf balls, and then the 4 terms that we chose from the tick lists on the second page. Here it shows you how many phrases, so how many keywords have been found from each seed keyword, and then we can delve into the results. So on this side here you have the keywords, and here we have again which seed keyword generated it. We have a rating. Now the rating is worked out by Helium-10's algorithm, and it's essentially a relevancy score for how relevant the term is to your product, but this should be taken as a baseline figure, because it could be that the algorithm doesn't realise how, obviously it doesn't know your product, it only knows your keyword, and so that could be a better fit for your product than Helium-10 has recognised. You also then get the search volume for exact phrases, so when people have typed in golf balls exactly, and also for broad phrases, which is sort of relevant phrases to golf balls that people have typed in. So this is the data that we've got on the keywords that have been generated, and we can also filter it by a rating score and sort of the search volume, either in exact or broad. And we can also search for specific phrases, or we can exclude phrases that contain certain things. So maybe if there was a brand like Bridgestone, if my golf balls aren't Bridgestone, I could type Bridgestone in there and it would take all of those phrases out. Okay, so the second tool that we're going to look at from Helium-10 is this one here, which is the Cerebro tool. So I've got my ASIN still copied from earlier, so I'm going to put that in, and I can select my marketplace, which is Amazon.com. I can then do my reverse search. Now again, it's going to tell me I've done it before, but I want to show you guys what the results look like. So we'll do a new search. Now this is a bit quicker, and here we go, bang. Very, very fast compared to the magnet tool. And we get a lot of data as well on these. So as you can see in this column here, we've got all the phrases that product is ranking for. We've then got the Cerebro IQ score. Now this is quite clever, because this shows the ratio between search volume and competition. So what this essentially means is a high score indicates a good ratio of low competition to high search volume. So that's what you want to be looking for. So if scores have got very low, they're probably not ones you want to look at. You want to be looking at the high score phrases there. Yeah, so what kind of a way to find the best opportunities and wheedle out words that aren't so good. We then have the exact phrase search volume and the broad search volume again over the last month. We then also we look at some sponsored ads now. So we look at the amount of sponsored ASINs that were returned when golf balls were searched on Amazon, and the amount of ASINs that had headline search ads, again, when the term golf balls, in this case, was searched on Amazon. Competing products shows us how many other products are ranking for that keyword. And then we get into one of the most fascinating parts of Helium 10. Now, the CPR score, or the Cerebro product rank score, as they're known, it's got total giveaways and daily giveaways. And so what are the point of these? Well, CPR total giveaways tells you how many products you would need to sell over an 8-day period to rank on #1 for that term. So you can see that for refurbished golf balls, you'd need to sell 16 products over 8 days, but for golf balls, you'd need to sell 1,048. So it gives you a very good indication of how likely it is that you will rank on the first page of search results for that keyword. And it also allows you to not waste time going after terms that you're never going to be able to rank on page 1 for. CPR daily giveaways just takes this figure a little bit further, and it looks at that 8-day period, and it tells you exactly how many products you'd need to sell a day. So it essentially takes the total giveaways and divides it by 8, and this is how many products you'd need to sell a day for that 8-day period in order to rank on page 1 for that keyword. So just as you can see here, you know, I need to sell 16 over 8 days to rank on page 1 for recycled golf balls, and so that'd be selling 2 products a day. So I've also got some much better filters this time, so I can search by Cerebro IQ score, again the exact or broad search volume, the number of competing products, and again I can show phrases that contain certain words or exclude certain words. I can also change the keyword focus, so if the focus was wide, I'm going to be getting more. If my focus is narrow, then I'm going to be getting less keywords, but they're going to be more targeted towards my product. It might also be that you only want words that, you know, phrases that are made of 2 words, or it might be that you're looking for long tail phrases and you want more. So here you can put in how many words you want the phrases to show. Okay, so that's the end of our video walkthrough. But before we finish the video, I just want to tell you what my favourite features are about each tool. So if we start with Scope, I really like their nifty Chrome extension and the keyword extraction power that it has. If we look at Helium 10, I think Magnet is a really strong tool, but my favourite feature would be Cerebro's CPR scores. In terms of AMZ Data Studio, I like their opportunity scores, but my favourite feature would have to be their detailed CPC breakdown. Finally, for DataHawk, I really like their competition scores, as I feel the little quotes give keyword research a little bit of character, and it's also a brilliant guide. As I said at the start, if you would like to find out more about any of the tools included in this video, then you can find the full article over at webretailer.com, and the link is in the description for this video. All that's left to say is thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again here at Web Retailer. Goodbye.